Booga Booga, my fellow Beras. Right, today we are here again with another episode of the Berachain Spotlight Ecosystem series. And today we have Cub Hub with me. So two guests here today, Jay and James. So please introduce yourselves and let the audience kind of figure out whose voice is whose, right? Over to
Hi
you.
guys, I'm Jay. Thanks for having us, Moose. I'm one of the leading founders of CubHub NFT, and glad to be here.
What's going on? I'm James. I'm running most of the development for CubHub and also one of the founders.
And I'd like to add, we have one other founder that's on the team with us, but he couldn't make it today. But great guy, vocabs. And then we have a few other members on the team. We got Khan, our lead artist. We got Carp, one of our animators. And then we have a full stack dev team with James that handles all the development with us.
Awesome. Thanks for the intro. So team of 6 at the moment, is that right?
6, and then we have some mods as well, some collab managers.
All right, awesome. Yeah, maybe let's kick it off right off with what is Cub Hub? Like, what are you guys building?
Yeah, most definitely. We're an NFT project getting built on Bera, and we make your NFTs come to life by including augmented reality within the project. We've been building the project for the past year now, and we're able to make this cool project that was able to kind of interact with the community in a different level. We always felt like NFTs kind of were a little bit boring in a way, and we wanted to kind of change that by including something cool and giving users experiences that kind of tell a story and give some meaning to the NFT that you own in your wallet. I'll let James kind of discuss a little bit more about that, but we've been building this for a whole year now, and it's really quite fun and entertaining to kind of see. And we have a great community kind of on our back, being able to kind of bring out this AR excursion within the entire community.
Yeah, we're focused pretty heavy on content and creating like a friendly face, and just overall our project is meant to attract like masses, and it's less focused on DeFi, but obviously since we're building on Berachain, there still is components of that, but we're definitely focused on creating experiences with the NFTs, and then as well like creating really good content so people can interact and like get attached even further than they normally would with their NFTs. Because I know me personally, I always get attached to whatever I'm buying. So it's just another level of attachment that we're building into that.
Yeah, man, me too. I think it's pretty normal for us to get attached to NFTs, but I think that's also it's not so good for my wallet at times. So I try to restrain myself from buying too many NFTs.
Yeah, I feel that. Honestly, anything I get, I'm like, I get super attached because if I like it and I'm buying it, then I'm like, damn, I'm attached to this. I'm not trying to sell it.
Exactly. Right. I think James, you mentioned something really interesting for me. You mentioned that there will be some DeFi components to CubHub, and I'm interested to hear more. So could you share some more about that as well?
Yeah, we're still in the works with a lot of stuff, but we're working with some people in the ecosystem to help build out some functions and utility that will kind of revolve around collaborate with their project and our project and have like different DeFi components towards it.
All right, awesome. Looking forward to that. And maybe back to your product on CubHub, right? Like, AR, PFP, NFT collection. I believe, I think I've seen that previously before on other chains, right? So what makes you guys like want to build this on Berachain? Like, why not do this on another chain, for example? Since you guys are not restricted by the chain, right? More of the AR tag and NFTs could be launched on any chain. So why Berachain?
When we first came up with the idea of CubHub, we were trying to figure out a way to kind of differentiate and be a little bit different than the everyday NFT project on the chain. But we also saw something that was kind of missing when the chain kind of getting started. And as the Bear Chain team kind of grew, we kept seeing that our project itself was in a good spot to being something that's unique and different on the chain. You have Bear Chain where it's a very heavy DeFi product, and you have all these builders inside building cool as like amazing projects in general, but it was always a mix of how can we bring people outside of Bearchain into Bearchain and want to be part of this community and maybe have an understanding of the DeFi and the more advanced projects on the chain itself than just being a meme trader or an NFT trader itself. So we saw this thing that we got into, and it was kind of a perfect layer, being able to kind of build on Bera. And that's one of the main reasons why we wanted to do this, because we can just bring everyone over, we can establish a community, we can foster people's creations within AR and give those experiences. And that kind of helps kind of grow the ecosystem as well, because you'll have community members kind of join in and want to use our cubs, and our cubs will be attached to Berachain itself. And the Berachain team, very supportive, very nice, great group of builders on their side. And we've also been OGs in the space as well. We've been part of Berachain before it was even a chain, and we've been part of the early Olympus days and DeFi summer. And so we were able to kind of grow with the people that were at the very start, and it kind of made us appreciate the whole like creation of this. And you were saying to us about why not launch on, let's say, ETH or Solana. I think product visibility was a big thing as well. And there's so much going on in those developed communities. We wanted to kind of start fresh and just build with something new and provide something of value to the chain to help the chain.
Awesome, love that. Anything from you to add on, James?
Jay said it pretty well. Honestly, we just kind of saw like a gap in the market, and we've been OGs for a while. So definitely wanted to kind of bring in something that's like kind of like I always like to say like a little bit of easier digestible content, because I know some parts of some different projects are harder for, like, let's say Solana kids or whatever else to digest. But I think that our product allows those kids to kind of come in, and as well people in the ecosystem and the community of Bearchain to view, and it kind of just blends well nicely. So that's kind of why we chose it.
And the friends we met along the way. It's been amazing. You have an amazing group of community members inside Bearchain, and
Mm-hmm.
I'll name a few off. We have Ethan from Kingdomly, you have Polar, you have Fable, you have Yeet, can't forget Yeet. You have Brock from Gumball, you have AZ. You have these group of people that are very supportive with each other, and we want only one thing all together, and it's for us to be able to grow together and establish a great community in this space. And that's what Bearchain's been all along. And since the very start, it's been able to establish a very strong community. And it's a cult, basically. And it's nice to be able to be a builder on it and, get to be part of it.
There's definitely no community like Bearchain. I'm sure you've seen it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty crazy, to be honest. Love it, love it, love it a lot.
Nice, right? Thanks for sharing. Yeah, so on NFTs then, what can we do with the NFTs, right? I know you guys had a really successful mint. I didn't get the chance to snag one, but I've heard like it sold out super quickly, and things are pretty cool now. I've seen recent tweets of people tweeting, I mean, maybe a picture of their laptop and then like the cup is just standing there. What else can we do with CubHub NFTs?
Yeah, so I'll go far back to a year ago when we were in the development of Cub Hub itself. And the entire story of Cubs was basically built on we were going to go 2D and then we were going to go 3D. And then from 3D, that's where people will get to see the entire like grasp of the full AR. But we were building this 2D product for pretty much a year, and we had these 2D NFTs that were having people to kind of like fall in love with the project, fall in love with the art, fall in love with the content. We were telling a story with the content that we put out, and the 2D NFTs had experiences with face filters. So we had a couple filters that we created for Snapchat, Instagram, AR Kit on Apple, and we actually hit over 1 million impressions, 1 million uses on our Cub Hub face filter,
Nice.
which was a 2D face filter, which really gave us a good understanding of people like this, people want to use it, and people like our art as well. And I don't think we could have hit those numbers if we didn't have this cute cartoony styled character. And so we kind of indulged and got people to kind of fall in love with this 2D art. And we did a free mint a few months ago, about 4 or 5 months ago, and it sold out in almost 10 seconds. And
Hmm.
I didn't even get the chance to mint one. Luckily, I'm pretty sure James was able to mint one for me, but I was busy with Kingdomly getting the mint all together, and it was pretty crazy. We had a whole community, and we had all the Berachain kind of come in, and projects from outside of the space come in, be part of this launch, and we did very well. And it was a really beneficial part of CubHub because now when we talk about CubHub or somebody talks about CubHub, they're like, "That's the mint that sold out in seconds."
Mm-hmm.
And it was still a free mint, but it was what happened after the fact that really went crazy for the entire community and for all of crypto Twitter. So the augmented reality, we had a few things there with it, and it was kind of just like a starting stage to be able to get members kind of more involved with augmented reality because it's a little bit new, it's different. And now we're leading on to phase two, where we have these 3D cubs that we've just announced to the public. And honestly, we're super excited to be able to show this stuff off. We actually just launched today an AR viewer for the Cubs. So what will happen is each NFT, each digital collectible that you get when we do our mint, you'll actually be able to take your character out in augmented reality and actually be able to do different things, different experiences with it. So you're not just gonna have, like we were saying earlier, you're not just gonna have this NFT stuck in your wallet that won't be able to do much. You'll be able to have a full story with it. You'll be able to tell your own story with it. And you'll also be able to build with the 3D character that we give you. So it's a really cool atmosphere for people to kind of digest, and for people on Bera where they're very DeFi, they're like we were saying, they're very strong in the DeFi compartment, that they maybe want to take a step back and want to enjoy the and have a little bit of fun with their NFTs, and we're making that possible for you.
Awesome. Love that. Yeah, so you mentioned chapter 2, which is the AR 3D figure, right? So is there like gonna be a chapter 3 coming out, or what can we expect from the next steps for you guys?
Let's call it chapter 2/3. So what's gonna happen is there's gonna be a new collection of 3D collectibles. So those will all have individual characters rigged and like usable in metaverses and stuff like that. With that, each NFT you'll be able to play with your character in AR, also use animations, and then later down the line there'll be some different mini games and stuff like that that you can play that will involve your character all done in like AR and stuff like that. And
Awesome.
yeah, so that's phase 2, and then later in the future there's a bunch more cool stuff we're gonna be doing, like collaborations with different projects regarding physical merch or physical items and the digital items and stuff like that.
Got it. And you mentioned it's gonna be a separate collection, right? So would that be like a separate NFT mint? And if so, could you share the details on that?
So details not ready to share at the moment, but it will
Mm-hmm.
be another collection. We still will have the 2D collection, as I strongly believe we did it. So the 2D collection is still going to be used for a bunch of different stuff like designs and future IRL collectibles. So yeah, we'll have both, and then you'll be able to just interact further with having your own 3D collectible.
Right.
Yeah, we've
Cool.
wanted to make sure when doing this, having our first collection and then leading on to our second collection, that our first collection and our first collection holders are always going to be incentivized to be able to take part in other things that we release. Before we did our 2D collection, we actually launched a merch collection. And so we had a good group of people that were able to buy tokenized merch on chain. And then from there, we were able to ship them augmented reality merch. So, augmented reality merch is you have your piece of clothing on. We had a QR code that was attached to the hoodie. We sold hoodies, we sold shirts, we gave away some air fresheners as well, and a super special card that will lead to something a little bit later on for the users that use them. But what happens is that you scan the hoodie and then you point your camera at the image that we have on the back, and the image actually came to life. And it was a really cool experience when we were building this. We did a really cool video, a really cool content shoot for the clothing, and we were able to give clothing out to the community. And Honestly, everyone's reviews were amazing to see. Everyone's experience with it was really cool. And I think the whole nature of augmented reality is you kind of have to be there and you have to do it to like understand and be able to experience it, because it's hard to like talk about it. You have to like visualize AR to be able to be part of that experience. But there's going to be more merch going on in the future that we're going to be launching, because the merch drop number one did pretty well.
Just think AR IRL items connected with digital collectibles. That's all I gotta say for the future.
Yeah, I recall seeing the pictures of the hoodie and the Cub Hubs come to life. I mean, at the back of the hoodie on Twitter.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's very different. And what really helped with us finding our target audience, because we're a project that's kind of bringing Web 2 and Web 3 together, being able to have a community in Web 3 use our products and use our clothing and appreciate that. But at the same time, we were able to show content on the Web 2 side and have a whole different community on that end that wants to kind of get involved. And then we bring them into Web3 if they want to, and get to experience a little bit of Cubs, a little bit of Berachain. So it was a really cool experience for us. And it was our first time being able to do a merch drop like that. So it was a very big learning opportunity for the Cubs. And we just appreciate everyone in the space that's supported us.
Got it. Right. And I think one question I have, right, regarding what James mentioned earlier, where the phase two, the 3D collection, will be able to use it in metaverses and all. Do you guys have any potential integrations that you are looking to work with, or like are you guys gonna build out something on the metaverse yourself?
We definitely have some integrations with some partners we're working on and kind of already pretty deep in conversation with. So right out the gate, there will be some stuff for the holders to use their characters in.
Should we spread the alpha?
Do it.
there's a there's a couple like really big products out there that we've got into talks to, and we've had really good conversations of being able to have Cubs kind of inside their games. One that I'll say on here that we're looking to get ourselves onto is potentially a Nifty. If you guys know the Nifty guys, Nifty. That's the only alpha I'll say for right now. But I'm gonna say on top of that that the 3D Cubs will be all game ready, and so any experience, any metaverse that's actually ready and working with a group of users that are actively playing the game, the Cubs are going to be there. And we want to be the leading metaverse NFT project that's able to be on every other platform.
Awesome. Love to hear it and looking forward to that. And I think my next question is like, are you guys going to provide like a service to bring other NFTs, other NFT collections on Berachain to life as well? Like, for example, we have the Hungry Bears from Ramen Finance, we have the Yeetards from Yeet Cup as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, that's a great question. That's definitely deeply embedded into our roadmap. We're already working right now on a bunch of different partnerships that we're going to be able to collaborate with and help turn certain products of theirs into augmented reality products. And so that'll kind of blend together our project and their project, and holders will obviously get benefits of that as well.
Awesome. Yeah, love to hear it and definitely looking forward to when your second collection launches.
Appreciate it.
Yep, and I think that is actually all I have for you guys today. Do you guys have anything else that you want to talk about before we go off that we might have missed?
yeah. I guess I just want to say you got to cub them up, and it's been a very amazing opportunity to like be in this space and build. I think there's a lot of builders that are very passionate about building on this chain, and we've really had our eyes open to being able to speak with other projects and see what they're building. And because we're builders ourselves, it really is fascinating to see all these cool pieces of tech kind of happen in this space, and you wouldn't find this anywhere else. So appreciate you, Moose, for having us on here. Appreciate the entire Bear Chain community, and let's keep growing as we get ready for Bear Chain V2, hopefully soon, and Bear Chain mainnet.
Yeah, man, love to see it. Looking forward to it for sure. And for those who are interested, links will be in the description box as always, right? The website, Twitter link. I think I can even add in the OpenSea collection for the first collection in there as well. So do check them out. And I think that is all we have for today's episode. We will see you in the next episode, guys.